Is Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Let My Brother's Fiancée Wear Her Late Mother's Wedding Dress at My Wedding? What in the mothballs did I just read? So I, 28 female, am getting married in 2 months, and I've planned every detail down to the last flower petal. It's my dream wedding, and I've been saving and planning for years. Here's where things get tricky. My younger brother, 26 male, is engaged to his fiancée, Emma, 24 female, and she recently lost her mom in a tragic accident. Emma and I have always gotten along fine, but we're not super close. Anyway, her mom had a very beautiful, expensive wedding dress that Emma inherited, and it means a lot to her. A few days ago, Emma came to me in tears asking if she could wear her late mom's wedding dress to my wedding as a guest. I was shocked because this felt off. Like, I totally understand that she wants to honor her mom, but I just feel like a wedding dress at someone else's wedding is not the time or place, especially since she knows that I have a very specific theme, color palette, and vibe for my day. I told her gently that I didn't think it was appropriate, and she started crying, saying it was the only way she felt her mom could be with her during a major family event. She said she'd never get to see her mom at her own wedding, and wearing the dress felt like a way to keep that connection. I felt for her, but I held firm that my wedding wasn't the right time for that. Well, now my brother is furious with me, saying I'm heartless and selfish, and a bunch of family members have started to take sides. Some say Emma's request is deeply sentimental, and that I'm being too rigid about wedding rules, while others agree that it's weird for a guest to wear a wedding dress at someone else's wedding. Emma hasn't spoken to me since, and my brother says they're considering not coming to the wedding at all unless I change my mind. My fiancé is supportive of me, but I'm starting to feel guilty because I know this is tied to grief, and I don't want to be the bad guy. Am I the astronaut for refusing to let her wear her late mother's wedding dress to my wedding? Nah, sticking with NTA. You know what? All the family members that are now starting to chime in with their votes don't mean squiggly shit, because it's not their wedding. Also, she wants to wear her mother's wedding dress to an important family event to honor her mother. Wear it to her own wedding. They're engaged, remember? She's planning on having one of those. How did this not come up? You want to wear your mother's wedding dress? Wear it to your wedding. Your wedding. Your wedding. This is bullshizzle. And your brother's like, we're just not going to come if you don't change your mind. Well, then have fun not being there, I guess. That's your choice. You aren't going to blackmail me into changing my wedding. I'm sorry. My wedding is not about your mother's memory. There's no connection there that makes sense at all. And for somebody to have the stones to ask this question of you, F them. All up and down the aisle. That is not cool. They know that's not cool. If somebody asked them this question of their wedding, how would they react? It would not be favorably. But you've got somebody here who is dealing with tremendous grief, and I'm sure that disables some otherwise functional logic centers, right? I'm sure that the grief would make an unreasonable request happen here where it wouldn't have otherwise. I'm sure of it. And your brother, her husband, I don't care what he says, because he's feeling the pain of you saying no because she comes home to him. So his opinion does not matter here either. I wouldn't listen to him at all. Chivro Breeder says that's not grief, that's narcissistic entitlement. It's certainly translated that way. The expectation to have somebody else's wedding be an opportunity for you to create a shrine or an homage to your mother it's not okay. It's not okay. The request is not okay. And now you're being guilted by family members and by your brother and her. I'd plant the flag right now and be like, okay, I'm going to nip this in the bud right now. If you plan on being vocally opposed here or being shitty on my wedding day because I'm not allowing this thing that was unreasonable to request happen, don't bother coming. And if I catch wind that you're starting shit or complaining while you're there, you're going to get booted. You will get kicked out. You know what? If you're bitching right now, you got about 30 seconds to put it to rest, or I'm going to cancel your invitation. I will rescind those invitations. You shan't be at my wedding. My wedding. Navy, what would you do if somebody tried to wear a wedding dress to your wedding? What would Navy do? You'd wear a wedding dress to Target, wouldn't you?
Did you wear a fancy dress to Target? Do you already
She wears fancy dresses to Casey's. Even if we're just going in to pick up some Diet Coke and a pizza. What would you do if somebody tried to wear a fancy dress to your wedding? Would you be upset? Yeah. Okay. I'm at NTA here.